strength to carry on. Open your heart, set your mind at ease. Live your life and you'll be free. We're gonna rise, rise, rise. Keep on rising, rise, rise, rise. Keep on rising, rise, rise,
Take me home to the banks of the riverside. Take me home to the place that I call mine. It's a place I love best. Yes, it's better than the rest. Take me home to the banks of the riverside.
Good evening, everybody, on this wonderful Monday evening, the night before the big game, where it is a special fan forum night, as we, of course, playing tomorrow, so we don't have a fan forum tomorrow, and it is a massive, massive game against Everton, so decided to do a fan forum tonight, have a chat about the game, and see where people stand on it. We do have some guys waiting in the background, which is fantastic. So if you do want to join the show, the link is pinned at the top of the live comments as well, so you can come and join us. Come and have a chat with me, Danielle, and the stat man. I'm sure that we've got quite a bit to talk about tonight on the show, to be honest. We've got Dan Ashworth, Bruno's interview. We've got guys,
Mic's on.
Oh,
There he is.
can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you.
Right, I'll come back in 2 seconds. Take over the show, Bonnies.
Okie dokie.
Go on, Danielle, take us away.
It's a shame about Callum Wilson, isn't it? I was going to say it's
Yeah,
a shame about
that's,
Callum's injury.
Yeah, I've not seen the specifics on it. It seems to vary from source to source, but it looks bad. It looks like it's going to be another month and a half on the original suggested return date. So that's
Last couple of
Big up
days,
Chris Wood.
days of the season, apparently. I know, man. Really, really bad. I think there's a difference in
we might be
opinion
all right.
between the physios and the I think the physios expected him to be back quicker, but he's not quite feeling it. Callum, apparently. So
Interesting.
This mic is doing my head in. I need a new one, guys. It's as simple as that. And I really need a new one, but never mind. Right. We'll start with Mr. Eddie Howe's press conference today. It was very interesting to say the least. Danielle, have you seen it? Have you read it? What did you think?
I thought that was me and Alex were just talking there. I'm disappointed with the news about Callum. I was expecting him to be back next month. Obviously, that's not going to be the case. Otherwise, I thought it was just a standard press conference about everything I expected. No surprises apart from the Callum Wilson thing. So I was a bit concerned about the comments he made about getting Bruno adjusted into the team, and I thought, oh no, like that's going to mean he's not playing. But then he followed it up later on saying, yeah, he's fit to play, he's ready to go, kind of thing. So I was thinking, oh, thank God. But yeah, good. It was a good conference.
Alex, any thoughts to add to that?
Yeah, I think the Burn thing is the truth, but the Bruno thing is more. You've got to remember that the last few days, every single social media platform and everybody to do with NUFC has been posting a predicted lineup, and it's all pretty much been the same predicted lineup. So I think he's trying to possibly not show all of his cards straight away and try and create a bit of secretism, because otherwise Lampard's going to have 3 or 4 days to pretty much try and set up a direct counter to what is our very predictable lineup. So I think he's just trying to throw a bit of a curveball there. I think he'll play. There's no reason he can't. He's fit. He said he's ready. And in previous games, if you remember when Dummett came back, Dummett said, "Hey boss, I'm ready for 90 minutes," and he put him in. So I can't see any reason why he wouldn't do that with Bruno as well.
And I think the Callum Wilson situation is just, it's put us in this shit, but we knew we were in this shit anyway with regards to a forward. But never mind. Anyway, it is time to welcome some guests onto the fan forum. We have Dr. Happy. We've got Dublin Magpie.
Hello.
We have Brian. Hey, boy!
Hey, Paul.
Hey, how you doing, my man? I
I'm
don't know
good.
why
How
I'm
are you
trying to
doing?
do a Rocky Balboa. Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. We got Jason and we've got Northern Page. Good evening.
Evening.
Hello.
Northern Page, what is your name? Hello? He's muted. Are you there? Mr. Northern Page? No, he's not there. Trolls, thank you very much for the 50 krona, matey. Very, very kind of you off the bat. Thank you so much. Right, we'll start with Jason. Good evening and welcome back to the fan forum.
Hey.
It seems like a lifetime since you were last on here, but how are you doing?
Yeah, not too bad. Yourselves?
Yeah, apart from this fucking microphone, which is doing me tits in, but never mind.
John's been tampering with that.
Yeah, what do you think of the comments today from the gaffer?
I'm a bit 50-50 with it. Some things I do agree with, some things I don't. You got that fear that we might not see Bruno play tomorrow after the words that he came out with, saying he needs to get him ready and like, oh, don't be saying that. We need all five to be starting if we're to get anything. With Dan Burn having his slight toe injury, it's like, oh, you don't need to start staying this. Yes, okay, Dan Burn may have stubbed his toe on a rock or something, but after closer inspection, he just walked into Ryan Fraser.
Well, yeah, exactly. I mean, come on. I mean, Jesus, it's his toe. You know what I mean? They can wrap that up.
Wrap it.
Cotton wool. Wrap it. And just get him on the pitch. Ginger, I'm not sure whether you're being sarcastic about Dan Ashworth. Dear, look out, he sacked Houghton, but quality chief exec. He was right to sack Houghton. Because they then brought Graham Potter in, and look where Brighton have gone since they sacked Houghton. And then Houghton went to Nottingham Forest and had an utter shocking time at Nottingham Forest. They sacked him, and look where Nottingham Forest are now. So, yeah.
The only ones wrong to sack him was us.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
on that.
Yeah,
Yes,
it wasn't the
yes.
time to sack him when he was Newcastle manager, of course not, but hey-ho. Josh says a 6-pointer tomorrow. Brian, how are you feeling about the game tomorrow?
Good. As long as Howe puts in, as long as he starts Guimarães and Byrne, I think we'll be okay.
Any threat you worried about from the Everton side?
I don't know. Is Richarlison going to be back? I haven't seen anything.
Yeah, I think he played at the weekend, didn't he? I think he's fit.
Yeah,
I heard a potential injury as well from the
Oh.
Chronicle from Godfrey.
If anybody's wondering what those dulcet tones are, it is Louis.
ER.
Well, listen, if he's out, fantastic as far as I'm concerned.
Well, he went down with a hamstring complaint in the FA Cup game. So if it's
Oh, did he?
hamstring, he's not coming back. He won't be playing tomorrow. Absolutely no way. It is Godfrey. I'm not misremembering that, right? Yeah, Holgate was fine. Yeah, Mina came on for Ben Godfrey because he tweaked his hamstring, apparently.
Yeah.
So it'd be very unlikely he plays tomorrow if it's hamstring, because Lampard's even said that. So
Well, happy days. Ginger, yes, he builds clubs to how the owners want them. That includes sacking managers who don't fit the mold the owners want. Ginger, I'm sorry, I completely disagree with you about that. He was right to sack Chris Hughton because of the situation Brighton were in. They were going nowhere. And look what happened to them. He brought in Graham Potter, and he's also brought in some fantastic players for Brighton. So let's not forget that. Players who, to be fair, aren't superstars. So, and he's got them playing really, really well, Graham Potter. So there you go. That's the way it is, because I say so. Neil says, evening all my friends on the Toon Review, really excited about tomorrow's game. Toon Dave says, evening all, hope you're all well tonight. He's hoping for another class show to brighten up this shitty Monday. Well, that's what we're here for. Dublin Dave,
Yes.
brighten us up with your Irish words of wisdom about tomorrow.
Well, we can start with the 5 new signings, hopefully, and then that could be all we needed, and we'd be
Do you
more
think all 5 of them will start?
Hopefully, because then that would shore up our back 4.
Yeah,
and we'd have a kind of a stronger midfield as well, and then that might give us more kind of impetus to go forward and create more chances, because we do have attacking players. We just need to get them to be able to actually hit the target.
Yeah. Louis, do you think we've got? Are you nervous about tomorrow, or do you think we'll pull through?
At the start of the week, I was 100% confident. There's just that nagging doubt in my head that something could go wrong tomorrow, but I don't want it to. With the players we've got in, I hope all of them start tomorrow.
Yeah.
Just for the formation that we think that's going to be played. I mean, we're a threat now than before the transfer. But I have confidence that we can get a win against Everton, and I want to get a win against Everton because I hate them. I just want there to be like certainty, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, so we can get up the league. So like we get the confidence from Everton, and then we can prepare for Aston Villa at the weekend, and then we get 6 points, and then move on to Brighton.
Exactly. A win tomorrow, it boosts the confidence right up. I don't know who the Toon Review fan club is, but thank you for your £4.49 super chat. Comments saying super chatting after a good few weeks. Hope you're well, everyone. And CFC Florida, another $10 super chat. Thank you very much. Up the Toon. Danielle, are you? I mean, you're going to the game. You're all hyped up now. You know, it's great that you're going with Lee as well, and looking forward to seeing you there tomorrow night. Are you excited? Are you nervous? How do you feel about the game? Because it feels like an age since Newcastle last played a game.
Feels like forever, and I'm not nervous at all.
Yeah.
If it was December and this January transfer window hadn't happened, I'd be nervous. But I'm totally not. Like, I'm up for this. I think we're going to batter them tomorrow 3-0.
Yeah.
I'm not frightened. Not. Although, to be fair, you'll have to do us a favour tomorrow night, so you can check the team first, and then just let us know any bad news.
What makes
So
you
I can
think?
be prepared in advance.
Hang on a minute. What makes you think you'll get a reaction from me about the team?
Because you can hear you.
Well,
from the
I
other
just
side
think
of the
you. Exactly. Definitely. Yeah, if the name Lascelles is on there, just break it to us gently, like, because I'll kick off.
He doesn't break now, because I remember when I was over and I met up with him. As soon as he found out Lascelles was still playing, he went, fuck. I won't say it.
I'm not like that. I'm very calm when the team sheet comes out.
Yeah.
Neil says, Paul, get Sinclair to sort out your microphone. Embarrassing. Hey, listen, things cost a lot of money, and I'm in process of trying to find a new microphone. I've turned it the other way now, so hopefully, I had it pushed down like a radio one, but seems to be working fine now. Thank you very much.
It's nice and clear.
Yes, Toon Dave thinks I need a new mic as well. Listen, these things cost a bloody fortune, you know. Brian, how's the weather out there in Statesland?
It's outstanding. Sunny, 80 degrees.
Yeah.
Was that in
Thank
English
you.
money?
Yeah, you could have just said basically it was awful. It was hurricanes. It was you've just had a tornado. That's but
it's shite. It's shite. It's terrible.
Yeah, that's all right. That's all right. Yeah. I mean, what do you think about this team selection tomorrow? Because obviously a lot of people are, we're humming and hawing about who's going to be the centre backs tomorrow. He's making a claim that Dan Burn has a toe injury. I mean, Jesus Christ. But is he making an excuse because he's going with Sharon Lascelles?
Well, I thought about that, and I'm kind of afraid he might be. That'll give him an excuse to put Burn on the bench and go with Sharon Lascelles. Where I would rather see him use Lascelles coming off in the Leeds game as an excuse to bench him and play Burn with Sharon.
Yep. Does anybody think that he'll go with Sharon Lascelles tomorrow?
I hope not.
Yeah.
Depends on the injury. Depends on this toe, doesn't it?
Oh, come on.
I'll just chop it off and get on with it.
I mean, come on. I mean, this is going back to the Marcelino days, man, when he had a bloody broken finger or he snapped a toenail on his little toe. I mean, come on.
I agree with you, but it doesn't mean it will happen, though.
The guy's 6'7", man. He doesn't need one toe. Doesn't matter. Jesus.
It's only his toenail as well, It's not
well, I mean, Jesus Christ.
So
I mean,
whip it off, wrap it up.
Exactly.
Send him
Exactly. With Wilson out till May, I'd play that wonder kid who's training with the first team. He gets 20+ goals a season in the under-18s and under-21s. That's he's got what's his name?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Pop.
I knew Jason would get it. Just cryptic clues and Jason would get it. Shane out in Australia, good morning. With Bruno now with the squad and his ability to pick out a pass, I feel like Gale could do a job. Shane, you've had a Sinclair.
He's not property quality.
I did hear John Sinclair on his stream earlier on say that Dwight Gale can bang in the goals if he gets the service.
No.
Jesus Christ is all I'm going to say on that. It is so far-fetched, it is beyond a joke. It really is.
Well, I'm interested to see his starting 11 for the game then.
Oh,
Thinking Gale's going to...
Yeah. CFC Florida, thank you for another $10, matey. Says, comments, if it makes you feel better, Paul, I am in Central Florida, and we are only in the 50s. Of course, that's Fahrenheit in American terms. Yeah, I do really feel for you being in Florida. I mean, it must be a nightmare. I mean, God. I was there for 3 weeks a few years ago, and I bloody loved it. Wacky Anglers in the house. Good evening. Richard says Bruno looked absolutely class in his interview earlier, humble but self-confident. If he brings that onto the pitch for us, I'll be more than happy. What are you expecting from Bruno, Alex? Are you expecting a big show?
Indeed, I absolutely love it. Everybody ripped ASM to shreds when he came out with the what's it bloody called again? The not the golden boot. The
Ballon d'Or.
Yeah,
Ballon d'Or.
the Ballon d'Or. Everybody ripped into shreds when he said that was his target. Of course, it's his target because he's a winner.
Yeah.
And Bruno's come in and said exactly the same. I want to play in the World Cup for Brazil. I want to start. I want to win the Champions League. I'm here to win. And we've got another one that's come in with the same attitude. And this is great. We need to build on that. And the more people that come through the door with the same attitude, then slowly we're not going to laugh at them for saying that. It's just going to become normal with a winning mentality. And he's fit. He's ready. He's been dinking it about and megging people in international duty. He's ready. He's fit. He's not played a lot of minutes on international duty either, so he's probably raring to go.
Would somebody please like to answer this question from Jack? Pardon my ignorance, but why are they called Scouse Mackems? Who wants to go first? Come on. Let rip. Somebody.
I mean, you said no swearing on this show, so it's difficult to explain it.
As well.
I mean, there's no swear. I mean, what I mean is there's no like real curse words. I mean, bollocks and shite and things like that you can say.
I mean,
Come on.
In the same way Sunderland are considered the lesser side in the northeast, that's typically what Everton are in Liverpool as a city. They are the lesser side of Liverpool. That's what's the stereotype. So
And they've answered.
Yeah. In other words, you're a bunch of cheesy chip-eating mother fools who are bollocks supporters, bollocks of a team, bollocks of everything. Goodison Park is a shithole. I'm glad you're moving, and I hope you're in the championship when you open your new stadium. There, that's why they're called Scouts.
Pretty much sums it up.
I'm offended by this
pretty much what I said.
Language.
And the fact that they're Scouts and they have a Mackem in goal.
Well, the Scousers are all right on the Liverpool
T-Rex
side. It's just the Everton fans are a bunch of muppets. So let's move on. Ryan's in the house. Good evening, Mr. Canadian.
Hello, how are we doing today?
We're doing fine. We're doing fine. People just asked us about why we call Everton Scouse Mackems. Would you like to add anything to it?
Well, from the ones I encountered on Twitter Spaces like 2 weeks ago, they're a bunch of twats.
Oh, yep, there you go.
And
Say it like it is.
well, no, they're like, why do you support Newcastle? You're from Canada. I'm like, I see Everton fans like in Canada too. Just go on the internet and you'll find Facebook groups and all this crap. Like, there's some of these fans, like, I'm not calling us, but like some fan bases and some people, they're so one-dimensional. They don't realize that the sport is the biggest in the world. Expect people around the world to support your club or the club.
There you go.
Yeah, we've got to get used to that with. We've got to get used to the international
Yeah.
new fan base. We've not had that before, have we? Well, we have to a lesser extent, but not like you walk around in Southeast Asia and you see Ronaldo shirts. And we might have that in 5 or 10 years. It's going to be a strange new thing.
Yeah, the other thing too, it's almost like I forget the word what it's called, but like it's like my opinion's invalid because like there's one guy on Twitter is like you're not even from England. Why should I listen to you about Newcastle?
I mean, we listen to Dave, so
I know, yeah.
I mean, it's the kind of crap you get from a bunch of bellends on Twitter.
Did you see
Not just bellends, monumental bellends.
Did you see the pure glory hunter you're on from the clip going around on Twitter? You know, the Man City lad, and he had to Google who Peterborough were.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it says it all. Shearer69 says, if Cullen becoming too injury prone, we need to get rid and in the summer buy 2 class strikers. To be honest, I have a feeling they're already doing that. I mean, they'll be looking at that. I mean, Brian, is he that injury prone that maybe we should look at replacing him in the summer?
I think he's talking to the ball. Not Ryan, Brian.
Brian?
No, I'd like to see him stay on.
Yeah.
I mean, not as the starter. He's got an eye for goal. I mean, his injuries aren't going to get any better with his age. But no, I don't want to get rid of him. I'd keep him on.
He'd be a handy squad player. Like.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely a handy squad player. Yeah.
It's the context of his injury, though, isn't it? If he was hurt by a tackle, then that's like there's a reason for it and he'll recover. But he injured himself. He was uncontested, which is when they start doing that, when they start hurting themselves and there's nobody near them, that's worrying.
He'd make a good super sub though. Super sub.
Yeah, but he was the only one. He was the only striker where he was playing every game, 90 minutes a game.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
if you go,
he does that for a while and then he's off for 3 months. That's a problem.
Right.
Yeah. But here, we live and learn. Ginger says, Paul, Dan Ashburn can't join us till the garden leave is over. It's over a month. He can't join a new club. Yeah, I mean, I put out a video earlier on. I believe it'll be this summer. As soon as the season ends, they'll bring him in, and then he'll be able to work the transfer window in the summer.
It won't be over, Mars. Anyway, if you've seen the news.
Well, no, I mean, I did that video before I knew about the situation with Overmars. You know, I mean, he's the John Sinclair of Holland, isn't he? I mean, it's incredible.
He is, allegedly.
Well, allegedly, yes. But, you know, I mean, we don't know the full stats. But listen, Ashworth is, for me, is top of the pops for me. I mean, without a shadow of a doubt, he is someone that can bring some very, very good players to the club. And hopefully work well with Eddie Howe as well. I mean, he seemed to work well with Graham Potter, so there's no reason he can't work with Eddie Howe. But why do you think he's left Brighton, Danielle? Why do you think he's left?
Because of our project, and because he wants to be part of that, and I think they don't have that going on. And I think he's really, like what Bruno said today, his head was turned and he was really impressed by the project. And I think he wants to come to something that he can really get involved in, because this is like a complete rebuild, isn't it? It's not just the odd 1 or 2 players that they need to get in. So I think I'd love him to come, and I think it'd be an excellent move for Newcastle.
And he was saying, like in the interview where I don't know, there was three lads were interviewing him, and he was saying all the right.
That lot.
Yeah, they were all. He was saying that he went to Brighton because he got more control over instead of being just head of recruitment. He was looking after the academies, the 18s, the 21s or whatever, and all this and fitness and everything like that. So if he's after being promised like kind of full control over it, I'd say he'd be happy out. Like you have a massive checkbook and you're told go build something for the future.
Yeah,
like who's not going to take that? Like?
True. Tony says chop his toe off and put it next to him as centre back instead of Lascelles. Yeah, his big toe would probably do a very good job, to be honest. Nigel says I watched the Everton press conference and Frank looks nervous. He'll look nervous tomorrow night come kick off, I tell you. That ground will be bouncing. Neil said I would play Burn rather than Lascelles, even if he has a leg removed. It's not going to go that far. Jesus, wept. Luke, private investigator, how are you doing?
All right, everyone. Evening all.
How are you with your flowing blonde locks?
He looks he looks Norwegian today.
He does actually, yeah.
I am. My surname's Danish, so you're half right.
Oh, okay.
Well, you could be a Scandinavian supermodel.
Put the word in with Haaland for us.
I mean, it's not. It's definitely not blonde. Like it's graying. But
Well, it looks blonde on here,
just
so
for
you've
the
obviously
mistake.
got the light right, haven't you?
I've got the lighting just right, so that you can get me Danish looks. Excellent.
At least you have hair, mate.
Yeah, at least you've got it. I mean, yeah.
It's
Right.
just a syrup and fig. Actually, I'm just lying to you.
Have you got a piece on?
It's
Luke,
a tuber.
what did you think of the press conference? What were were you inspired by what Eddie had to say, or a bit nervous?
I think he's playing a bit of mind games, to be honest.
Yeah.
He's playing some cards close to his chest. Someone mentioned it before, just because I just logged on and then I was watching this before I got in, and I feel as if he would be. He's expected to play all 5 new signings.
Yeah.
So he's just trying to kind of just keep his cards close to his chest by not just admitting it outright, because then Lampard would just set up the team accordingly and he'd have a couple of days practice. So I think everyone's expecting to play whoever's fit out the new signings. We all do, the Everton fans do, Lampard does, but he's just trying to do something to kind of just maybe just kind of, I don't know, throw a curveball before the game. He's something. They mentioned Burns' toe, so perhaps they'll sort of be saying, "Oh, well, will he play? Will he start? Won't he?" I'm sure that if he's able to, he will. But anything just to kind of throw a curveball in there, and I think he's doing the right thing. You don't want to make it too obvious, but I think mostly what he was doing was just a bit of mind games, to be honest. Just trying to kind of pull the wool over Lampard's eyes as much as he can, I think.
Yeah. Julius is so close to 9K. Please join the family. Click the like button too. Yeah. We were less than 100 away from 9,000 subscribers when we kicked off the show. We've had an influx of subs today, which has been great. So thank you to everybody that's subscribed to the channel. Jason, if you were Eddie Howe, would you be playing sort of mind games, given that, Lampard's just come into the job and, Everton are right down there with us? So would you sort of play mind games with him if you were the manager?
Yeah, I'd probably try and make him sweat. I mean, you got the well. He's not really fully experienced, but he did okay with Derby. He did okay with Chelsea, I suppose you could say.
Yeah.
But you have got experience with Eddie Howe. He could easily, if he plays the mind games right, we could very well go out and do a heck of a job there, which I hope we do. The only fear you do have to fear is that you could have that managerial bounce that could get Everton going back again into form, but hopefully that won't happen.
Well, remember, they do have a little T-Rex in goal, who is one of the smallest T-Rexes ever known to the history of the world.
Plus that homeless guy that was presented on the pitch.
Yeah, the homeless
Tom
guy. Yeah.
Davies?
No, Deli Ali, he looked homeless as well. Kath says, I can't wait for tomorrow night. Oh, and I sit right behind the Lee's goal. Stumpy Arms hates me. Remember when he lost it and was given anger management? That was me. Well, Kath, I sit in the Lee's end as well, so I'll be looking out for you tomorrow.
I'm in the Lee's tomorrow. I'm in the Lee's corner.
Give him some absolute brutal abuse. I'm a bit too far. Well, I'm sure he could hear me if I roared. But he's just going to get hell. He's going to get hell from the word go. So, Foxy says, Callum Wilson turned January window 7 out of 10 to a 5 out of 10. If only we'd had Ash within a couple of weeks earlier. Bruno's interview was class today. Top bloke and saying all the right things. The owners have done a fantastic job selling the club and the project and our future as champions of Europe.
I just say I love the way the translator was saying Joe Linton's name. It was like very Brazilian Portuguese.
Oh, I know, yeah, I loved it.
Would you like to demonstrate, Ryan?
It's like something like Joao Linton.
Joao Linton. Joao Linton.
He was proper bilingual, the interpreter, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was, yeah. Nicolas Sula signed a pre-contract with, I believe it's Dortmund.
I
It
forgot
is
to send
indeed.
that
It's a
to you,
shame.
Jason. Forgot to tell you about that. He's
Yeah,
gutted.
control yourself, Jason. I know how you feel, though. I know how you feel, right?
I
I
really
was the
wanted
same.
Sula. He was a
I know.
fantastic player.
Listen, I was the same with Cody, mate. I know how you feel. I know.
Do they not
It
get
hurts.
bored of just going
It's
buying
it's not
Dortmund,
it's not
like-
too late for Cody, Paul. Don't worry.
Oh, stop talking about Cody. God alive.
Windows
It's a long time till
closed.
the
Not until
summer.
the summer. Yeah.
If I can't have my cardboard cut out of Sula, he can't have his cardboard cut out of Cody.
I've already
That's
got
you
one, mate.
told. TMI.
That's a blow of dwell, Paul.
Oh, don't start that again. Thanks, War Gramps. Toon Review Fan Club. I don't know who it is. I really don't. We usually do well against Everton. I predict 1-0. I couldn't start another 1-0. Hanging on
1-0.
again.
I predict more than that.
You need Dummett fit and ready for Villa game as Target won't be able to play. Hey, we've got magnificent
And
Manquillo.
Quillo. Yeah,
We're
he's
not worried
definitely
about
played.
left back anymore. That's
I
in
love
the
the way
past.
Danielle says it. It sounds like a Pokemon. Manquillo. It's great.
Just have I say it, okay?
What
I'm
did you guys
special.
think of what Eddie Howe said about Jamal Lewis today?
Fair, I guess.
Yeah.
I would, yeah.
I guess it's fair, and I guess it's what he had to say. You know, I mean, he's not going to sort of bullshit anybody either, to be honest. Brian's in the house.
Oh, mwah.
No.
Les says, evening all. Found Toon Review just before Christmas, and I'm hooked. Great show and great people. Keep up the good work. Thanks, Les. I think we can beat Everton tomorrow. The return match may prove a little more tricky, but winnable. Listen, right. We're going to Goodison Park, right? It stinks, right? It's like going to the tip with your rubbish. You're there for a few minutes, you get the hell out. You've got a queue to get in, but you race out the door when it's over because it's just a dump. With
Rancid.
dump supporters, dump management, dump grass, dump stands, dump
Dump
everything.
Dump support beams too. Like imagine being imagine being a fan that's in the way.
I hate it. I literally hate it. You know, you pay all that money to go and watch a post. And, you know.
And the
I'm
post
telling
puts
you
in a
now,
better
right?
performance.
No, seriously, if you took a dog in there, it would pee on the post because they would think
Yeah.
it's a freaking lamppost.
It just lift its leg up.
It would cock its leg. In fact, every Newcastle fan going to Everton, just cock your legs and piss on the posts when you're there. Just prove to Everton what a dump it is.
Oh, yes, St. James's Park tomorrow.
Yes.
Yep.
Or you could be like the fan at Oxford that did the helicopter.
No, but we still got the return game. We've still got the return
Oh,
game.
okay, yeah.
Oh, yeah, they're rearranged.
I forgot
Yeah.
about that.
Tony's thinking of 3-0 tomorrow. I hope
Same.
so. Yeah. Anyone got a song ready for Bruno yet?
Yeah, what about that
Oh,
Rhythm is a Dancer one?
Yeah, I've heard
Bruno
that
is
one.
the answer or something. Yeah.
Isn't it
I'm
the
not
same
singing
one
it
as
though,
the Joe
so-
Linton one, but it's a bit altered? It's like he's best friends with Joe Linton. It's Guimarães.
Yeah, there's another one out. There's loads. Kieran says he's the proud owner of the Toon Review fan club account. Well, thank you very much, Kieran. I had a feeling it was you, what I didn't want to say. But thank you very much. Game is on BT Sport 2 tomorrow. Indeed, it is. Ab says, where will the goals come from? That is my concern.
That's the
Luke-
problem up front. We're having
That is also my concern as well.
Yeah.
Probably Pickford.
I'd love it.
See, I don't
Yeah.
rate their defense, so I feel like it's just goals could come from anywhere.
We need Lejeune.
Yeah.
He
I feel like
two in a minute.
Yeah.
I think if that new right back plays, I think ASM will have a good day against them. That they
Well,
bought.
yeah.
Same with that
It
Ukrainian
doesn't look
left
great,
back they
does he?
bought.
Coleman's rumored to be starting. They think Coleman's going to start in the Everton
Oh,
tomorrow.
Seamus! 3,033 years old.
He's like the Seamus from Family Guy with one leg too.
He's fucking shite. Anyway, Brian, where's the goals coming from?
I have no idea.
Well, that fills me with a lot of confidence.
I've got a clue either.
No, I think Wood. I'm hoping Wood gets one tomorrow.
Yeah.
And but I have no idea. That's the scary part right now.
Well, thank you for that incredible words of wisdom there, Brian. I'm feeling so much more confident about the game tomorrow now.
He's as motivational as Louis.
No. There's only one Louis, to be fair. Danielle, come on, where's the goals coming from?
Fraser's going to score. Saint's going to score. Big Joe's going to score. It doesn't matter, does it? Just get the ball in the net. Doesn't matter.
So you think we'll get 3 goals then?
Yeah, 100%.
Well, at the end of the day, that is the art of football, is getting the ball in the
we'll
net.
be laughing. Yeah.
In fact, why don't we just all take our dogs to piss on Pickford tomorrow? That's all he's worth. Matthew says, can't bloody wait to see the partnership between Bruno and Big Joe. 2-0 to the Toon, says War Gramps. 3-0, says Mark. Let's hope the new boys do good. Might take a while for them to gel. Will they gel quick enough, Alex? That's the question.
Well, it'll be a really interesting one because it'll be their new boys as well. So a lot of the forums are heavily predicting that Everton are going to start. I never saw this coming, but apparently they're looking at a 4-3-3 with like a 6, like a holding as like Alan maybe, and they think they're going to play 2 10s, like Ali with Van der Beek, to sit on top of Bruno and Shelvey. That's what they think is going to happen. So it's going to be Bruno and Shelvey against their 2 new boys. So it's literally going to be like a battle of the 3 new signings, and whoever wins that sort of little duel in midfield is going to get the space, at either end. So but I think we've got more energy. One thing that people have not mentioned anywhere, and I haven't mentioned this, I only thought of it today, is all of Joe Linton's insane improvements in stats do not factor in he was playing with a groin pull like throughout the whole of December. Because
it's not nice pulling a groin. It is not nice pulling a groin.
So,
hey, Susan. No. It is. You're injured for a long time.
Right, don't say that
exactly.
again.
But now he's going to be playing without discomfort. So maybe he can do even better than we've seen. Which
that feeling when your groin recovers, it's incredible. Tom says, Everton fan here. Good luck tomorrow. Got your family living up in Newcastle. If you guys win, they will get grilled. See, the Everton fans are so nice, aren't they? They're so
they're a minority though.
Yeah, Tom, you're one of the minority. Welcome to the channel. Thank you for watching such a wonderful show. Caitlin and Nick said, lucky him, and we're freezing our balls off in England. Indeed. Bullshark says we are getting to all the tornadoes now. Okay. Either way, Bruno will be the pivot in front of that pair. Listen, it's the Samba brothers. It is the Samba brothers dominating midfield tomorrow. You just know when they score. One of them scores, they're going to run to the corner flag and do that little Samba jig. And all the Newcastle fans are going to try and do it as well. And I'm going to break my frigging ankle. You just know something's
Shelby's going to try and join in and do the same.
I'm excited to see some South American dancing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, why not?
I'm just excited to see Richie score again, so he can kick the goalpost and just someone's nuts again.
What's it been like? I have a feeling it's going to be like a Brazilian drum in the stadium for some reason.
Doesn't want to do that. He'll get another groin pull, man.
Exactly. Yeah, we need to be careful. We need to be careful.
Bring back the vuvuzelas.
Tony doesn't think. He thinks he'll go with Lascelles and Shaw because of the toe comment. Painful toe keeping a 6'7" athletic powerhouse out of play. Howe is not convincing anyone. Indeed. Certainly not me. Need Big Joe to flatten Donny van der Beek. Wacky Angler says, I ripped my toenail off in a tackle and carried on playing. Stung like hell, though. Listen, I rip my toes off every day in anger when I do these bloody shows, but I'm still going. I can still walk. I can still kick a football, I'd probably pull a groin. But listen, it's a toe. It shouldn't keep you out. He's a professional athlete, and he should not keep you out. Danielle.
What?
As a woman who probably looks after her toes, paints them nice and all that kind of stuff, should he be missing tomorrow with a bad toe?
Why no? Because honestly, wrap it, take the thing off, just take it off, wrap it, and off you go. That's it. Like, I don't know what the problem is.
You got 9 more.
Exactly.
What would you wrap it in, Danielle? What advice would you give to Big Dan Byrne to wrap his toe in?
Bacon.
Hi, bacon.
He's missing fingers, isn't he?
So he's Bruce on the other end of it.
Stick some Savlon on it, right? Savlon is the key. Stick a bit of Savlon on, wrap it in a bandage, off you go. Nice and padded. That's what you need.
Well, there you go. Dan Byrne, if you're watching, you've heard it from the top medical officer for the Toon review. Just wrap it up and get on with it.
And Savlon.
Good evening, Toonza. Paul says if Byrne doesn't play against Everton, he must be saving him for Villa, I hope. Bruce says, Paul, do you think they might bring the young striker on tomorrow to play? I don't think he will. He might be on the bench, but I don't think...
Ferguson?
You imagine Gale's face if Chris Wood goes down and he brings on the new lad.
Oh,
yeah, but he's away with the youngsters tomorrow, so he won't be on the bench anyway. He's playing down in Blackpool. So you know that'll not happen. Tom says Scouse Mackens, haha. Tom, I'm hoping you're taking all this in jest, mate, because you know I love Everton. And you know it's a club very close to my heart.
I thought it was your arse.
Not the recycling plant. Arse, girls, arse, Brax. Girls, fat arse. 1-1 for me, as I think scoring will be an ongoing issue, says David. Yeah, well, we've somehow got to get goals somehow. Rachie says St. Maximin needs to hit a barn door first before even thinking about a Ballon d'Or. That's really good, actually.
Contributions as Rafinha, so
I think you know what, I'm behind DSM tomorrow. Like, well, we've got it. Somebody's got to score the goals, man. Like,
he's our biggest threat still.
Mm-hmm.
how many bans?
Well, he is.
How long cold he is, he's still our biggest threat.
Well, unless Bruno just runs the show tomorrow, Ryan, that's there is that possibility.
I'm so
he
excited.
did say in his interview, "I'm not a goal scorer. Please don't expect me to do that." Like he said,
as if you're going to believe what he says in an
But he
interview.
also said he'd play in any position. He said he doesn't
that is
care.
true. That was funny.
Stick
You
him
know
up
what I see
front.
him do most is getting not an assist, but like a second assist to players. Like he'll dictate play.
See, Steve Bruce would have heard that and think, "Ooh, a new goalkeeper."
Actually,
you know what I mean?
Steve Bruce's West Bromwich Albion training session, and I've seen more out with that than anything else that he's done.
I seen his press conference, but I turned it off after 40 seconds because
He probably had his hands in his pocket the whole time.
Right, no more Steve Bruce talk because the man is a cabbage. The man is not Newcastle United manager. The man was sacked because he was shite. Evening all. Hope you're all well and excited for tomorrow. Me and the Gill family, I love your show. Keep up the great work. Thank you very much. Bruno offered to play in goal as long as he's selected. David says because Everton live in Liverpool's shadow, like the Mackhams to us. Bruno's interview was just amazing. Love him already. Listen, it's clear, right, that since Bruno was, filmed with his top off in the dressing room, he seems to have gathered quite a female support before he's even kicked a frigging football. So it seems to me you become a superstar for Newcastle if you're ripped and you're from Brazil. So,
Too bad he's taken already.
You think he has a go just to try being ripped and being from Dublin,
Sorry, I was taken aback by that comment there from the Irish.
I think
Hobbit.
Paul lost consciousness for a few seconds.
I've actually need stitches in my chin because it's just hit the floor so hard.
Yeah, I have that effect,
Yeah, we can't see your chin for your Hobbit beard, but never mind.
There's a few in there.
Newcastle says War Gramps.
We hate him, so that's all right.
And we
Good.
hate
Exactly. Everton, the Scouts, Mackhams, as Scumberland are their feeder. Will Steve Bruce get rid of Andy Carroll from West Brom? I don't care.
Who cares?
Basement Jack's in the house. Okay. Oh, yes, Ryan. Yeah, but I get where you're going for.
Huh?
Canada is the American Mackhams.
You know what I love too? Like when people try to insult me and it's like that fucking American. It's like, yeah, I'm American. I'm not.
Brian, are Canadians the lesser country in North America? I mean, I know it's just stuck on the end of America, really, isn't it? I mean, it's just a common place where people go and speak. Well, they don't
Biggest
even have a
country
proper
in NA.
language. They don't even have a proper language, Brian. You know what I mean? They go there, or the Canadian, or the French. Who knows?
2 languages.
They're just another state to us. So.
Oh dear me! And Brian, thank you for that. We've now started
Civil War.
some kind of civil war in North America. I do apologize. This should be Lascelles' last chance saloon. Give him one last try. If
No.
he naffs up, put him in charge of the pies.
No. I'm sick of him. I'm sick of him shrugging his shoulders and looking around as if nothing's his fault all the time. No. I don't want to see him tomorrow at all. I probably will, but I don't want to.
The Wonder Stuff says NCFC, small club and ugly inbred looking fans. Come on, you Blues. Well, we're not known as NCFC, so you have had a mare, my son. So next time you try and slag us off, get the club right. Dear me.
I think you need to go upstairs to the bathroom.
He does. What does he need to do, Danielle?
No, you can do it. I can't do it.
Well, the thing is, what you need to do after making a stupid comment like that, you see, is take yourself up the stairs, if you have any, or downstairs to your dungeon. If you're an Everton fan, it'll probably be a dungeon. But listen, just go and take yourself, have a nice little chat in the mirror, right? Have a look at yourself and think, was I really right to make that comment? Even I even got the club wrong, because NCFC for me is either Norwich City, Notts County, could be anybody, but it's certainly not Newcastle, you monumental bell end. So please go put your head down the toilet and take your face for a shit. Thank you very much.
I'll bring a plunger with that too.
Exactly. Do you think if Byrne doesn't start, Howe's plan is to save him for Villa? We can't afford, Alex. We can't afford to save players, surely.
No.
This comment keeps coming up. What do you mean save him? He's not a token. I don't understand this. It's like 3 people said this. It's not saving him for a specific situation. It's dependent on if he's injured or not injured. It's nothing to do with saving him for something. I don't think he's built to play left back in our team anyway. I don't really want to see him as a left back in our team. Not with Maxi, because Byrne isn't the fastest player. So I want him as a centre back, a left-sided centre back. I don't want to see him at left back. I don't think he's being saved. I think he's going to start, or he's injured and not starting. I think it's one or the other. I don't think it's a super mind game to save him for Villa. I understand Target can't play, but I don't think Eddie has even thought about that yet. I think he's just concentrating on the Everton game. Because it depends who comes out of the Everton game injured, who's fit. There's so many ifs and buts. There's no way he's looking that far ahead necessarily.
Luke, is this? Do we simply have to go out playing our best side every game now? Surely.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't make any sense to me to sort of be saying, "Are you going to save players?" There's 17 games left. There's a hell of a lot of them which are must wins. You can't be sort of faffing about and saying that he wouldn't play Byrne if he wasn't fit. Absolutely can't. But I mean, it's come to the point now where this is looking like if we win, you go into the Villa game and like you're saying, Howe probably isn't thinking too much about the Villa game because he'll just be depending on what the result is against Everton, he'll then change for whatever team we're going to play against Villa. But this is the important one because this is the next one coming up. Villa's not important yet because we haven't played Everton yet. So they're all going to be as important as each other. And he can't look too far ahead in terms of switching his team about. Need to play the strongest team now.
Yep. I mean, Louis, would you play the strongest team or would you be looking to sort of mix it up a little bit between now and Villa?
No, I'd play the strongest team. I mean, Everton have got the manager bounce, so they've brought in some new players. Maybe in the second half, if we are like 1-2-0 up, I'd rest some players and take some players off and put on some replacements. But to just rest up for Aston Villa. But I would play the strongest side just because, Everton, they're sort of a good, Rafa left them in a bad state. I mean, they were once a good team, but I have just full confidence we'll beat them tomorrow. I'm just saying that.
Well, Peter, good evening.
All right.
No clicking your mouse tonight, matey, because I had numerous letters of complaint last week.
The tab closed.
And Magpie, shut that bloody phone off, will you? Have some respect for the love of God.
It's the Android notification or the WhatsApp sound that he always gets.
It doesn't matter because it doesn't matter what he gets. It's always filth. It's filth on his phone anyway. So it doesn't really matter. Peter, what did you think of Mr. Howe's press conference today? Are you inspired for tomorrow?
Yeah, there seems like some good quotes he come out with. Very concerned about the Callum Wilson one, I must admit, because say there's no return date, and you're looking at the final few games of the season, which is quite worrying.
Shot ourselves in the foot a little bit, haven't we, with the striker?
Yeah, we could have done with that extra striker massively.
Well, what do you think of this kid, though, who's banging in the goals? Is he... Do you think he's training with the first team. Obviously, he's away tomorrow with the kids, so he won't be involved anyway. But is he someone that maybe Eddie Howe might be looking to for the back end of the season?
Possibly. All depends. If Callum Wilson doesn't make it throughout the rest of the season, why not give him an opportunity?
Yeah. I mean, Danielle, he's firing in the goals. So, I mean, age is nothing these days. If you're good enough, you're old enough as far as I'm concerned. So, if Callum Wilson doesn't make it back, because, let's be honest, he could be out for the rest of the season, the way, the look he has and the way his injuries go. Would you bring him up?
I would. We literally have Wood and we'll have Gale. So that doesn't really inspire anyone, does it? So why not give the kid a chance?
Yeah.
And he might just be the saviour of our season. You just don't know. Like, we're at a situation now where we can't just say, "Oh, give it another couple of games." We'll give it another couple of games with Wood. Soon, a change will have to be made, and if that means bringing this kid in, then bring him in. You might just do the job. So
very true. Dublin, if I hear that phone once more, you'd think you got away with it there. You haven't. I've got ears like a hawk. You're going in the penalty box. Michael Marsden, thank you for the £100 super chat, matey. Again, so generous and kind from Michael. Massive donator to the channel. In fact, he keeps the bloody channel running. So thank you very much, matey. I have sent you a text message, actually, about tomorrow. I don't know whether you've replied yet because I haven't brought my phone up here. So try and get back to us. I have sent you a text message, mate. So speak soon, buddy. Thank you again for that fantastic donation. If you are enjoying the show tonight, guys, please don't forget to hit the like button. And if you're new to the channel, do consider subscribing. We're about 93 away from 9,000, which will be an incredible achievement. We, of course, are aiming for the big 10K, but, let's get to 9 first and let's keep on moving. As Five used to sing. Hey,
Wow.
Quality tune that was, for those old enough to remember it. Jason, you remember that song, won't you?
I listen to heavy metal. I don't listen to crap.
Oh, that's Listen, I got my first eye piercing in homage to J out of 5. But never mind. Wacky Angler says managers normally have a game plan line up for every possible set of players on the pitch. Picosaurus Rex, says Tony. Sean says, I've always said now the time, cut the shit house team basically now, and now's the time to unite as one. Storm back up the table and put the fear in other clubs. Sean, that's fighting talk. Good stuff. We like to hear that on this channel. Mm-hmm. Brian says, do you think NUFC will ever have their own TV channel? Not everyone has access to Sky or BT. It really doesn't matter because the clubs with their own channels at the minute, they still can't broadcast live games because it's part of the TV deal. They can show highlights afterwards, but if you go on, LFC TV or MUFC TV, none of them can actually broadcast the games live. They do the build-up, etc., but they can't do it live. CFC Florida, thanks for another $10, matey. Remember, more goals should be coming from set pieces. That is interesting because, Ryan, this guy is 900 foot tall, and surely we've got to optimize that when we're going for corners and free kicks.
Absolutely. Just putting balls to him, and he just has to do a little hop, and he's got his head on the ball.
Goals. I love how you demonstrated that, Ryan, by the way.
That was absolutely incredible demonstration of sheer athleticism from Ryan there.
Well, it's what's required, just a tiny little jump. You think that guy needs to jump any higher? I mean, imagine if Dan Bird had a jump of a Ronaldo or something. Like you'd jump over the goal.
Yeah. Alex, do you have any attacking stats on Dan Burn?
Offensive stats. I'm just trying to have a look through academy stuff at this lad, and there's not a lot about him. But for Dan Burn, I can bring it up very, very quickly. Yeah.
Yes, Wendy, it is. The food bank will be active tomorrow night. It's active on evening games as well. Sorry, go on, Alex.
We scored 1 goal this season. In terms of what has he been scoring per season for Brighton, he's got one per season for the last couple of seasons, so he's not scoring a lot. The last time he scored a bunch was in League One for Wigan, where he scored 5. So he doesn't seem to be super prolific. But that's not to say he's not useful in the set pieces. I mean, if you look at what Lascelles has done on set pieces, he often is the first ball, but he'll bring it across to other players. It doesn't necessarily mean he's not the target. In terms of for a centre back, he does have. He's in the top 83rd percentile for touches in the attacking penalty area, which is pretty nuts. So he is the man that the ball goes to on set pieces, and has been for Brighton, which is why he gets so many touches in the attacking penalty area as a centre back. So he's not prolific, but he is the man that they aim for. So hopefully he can aim it to Chris Wood and get the goal.
Billy Trey, good evening. Nice to see you, matey. Apparently, Steve Bruce was bifocal. He couldn't see us winning in any direction. Just a big shout out as well to the Toon Review sponsors, of course, who are Geordie Riffs, professional guitar repairs and servicing based here in the great northeast of England. Graham and Natalie, they will sort you out with 10% off your first guitar setup, 10% off your first repair. And they are also offering your first guitar lesson completely free of charge. Just tell them that the Toon Review sent you, and they will give you that offer. You can catch them on the internet. Their link is down below in the description. They're also available on Facebook and Twitter. Brian, Dan Burn, are we going to utilize him, or are we just going to waste free kicks like we have done in the past when we've got big men in the box?
Well, I hope we utilize him. We have to. I mean, I don't know. I mean, Alex, I'm sure Alex knows. I mean, how many goals have we scored from set pieces so far this year?
Not a lot.
There's one for you to look at.
It's not written on the. I can tell you how many times we've hit the bloody crossbar, which is far too many. But
yeah.
So I mean,
look at that.
You have to. You put him in there, and you know, you guys have talked about him, Joelington, and Wood. I don't see how we can't score.
Yep. We need goals urgently. So Peter Furbank, thanks for the £4.49 super chat. Bring back Bruce. Ha ha ha. Yes, indeed. Ha ha ha. I don't think the Everton fans are happy with me. Ed the Blue.
Cal Surprise.
Oh, well.
How do we know if Ed's a Chelsea or Everton fan?
Because
that's Everton badge, isn't it?
And they were formed in 1878.
On my tab I'd StreamYards on another tab.
Listen, Ed, by the way. Just chill, Ed. You know, it's a bit of banter, but go and get yourself some chocolate coke.
I want some chocolate coke.
Calm down, man. Calm down.
Calm down. Go get everyone behind the goal randomly calling Jordan from a different directions. His ADHD brain won't cope. Mark says, are you not keen on Everton then? No, because it's the abuse that we've taken from Everton in very recent times. So that's why I like to tell them to calm down and go and get some Wendy says, Paul, imagine 3 points tomorrow and another 3 on Saturday. Well, it'll be Sunday, Wendy. Please don't go on Saturday because you'll not get in. The Toon marching up the table. Indeed.
Level 7 will be there.
Our players crap.
He's already there.
You know what Jim Funk said? Mark says, I've heard on the grapevine they are recreating the scene from the first Jurassic Park in the new film where the T-Rex breaks through the fence, except it will be Pickford and not the T-Rex. You know what? George, thanks very much for the £5 super chat. We'll be late for the match. Can you delay the start? No. And that's shocking, George. George sits in front of me at the match. You make sure your ass is there before the match, George. We need all the support. And can I just say, it would be hilarious if Jordan Pickford ran towards the goal just before kickoff and everybody started humming the Jurassic Park theme tune. The whole of the and then all the kids got up and started going and then they brought in some inflatable dinosaurs.
That's what I was about to say.
I'm going to take me Ben's Godzilla. I've got Godzilla here. He's got little arms.
I haven't got anything dinosaur related, like.
Well, I mean, hey, I'll tell you what, that Godzilla thing can do somebody a fucking injury, I'm telling you. It's as sharp as a kitchen knife. The spines on it, incredible. Anyway, off topic. Brian says, Paul, mate, if we're still trying to sign Cody in the summer, we'd have been relegated. Brian, nick off. I want to see Paul doing the Don Robbie skip step. What the hell is that?
What the hell?
I'm not too sure what that is, actually.
I don't know. I know his channel, but I don't know it.
AFTV is a boat
AFTV.
that sailed for me.
Yeah,
Don't watch any of that anymore.
Yeah, it's sailed. It's sailing down the river. Come sail away, come sail. Anyway, NUFC 048 says new chant. Maxi is a dancer. Bruno is the answer. We can see them everywhere. Big Joe is his partner. Trippy is a starter. Black and white is what they wear. There you go.
Class.
Yeah.
That's Coke.
I've gone full scout, Paul. Look.
What?
I've gone
How
full
have you
scout.
done to your? No, never mind.
What the hell's happened?
Wait,
to
what
him?
the hell is that?
Ducore is the greatest midfielder in the world.
Is that mankind?
I'm not sure who the hell it is. Bruce says Liverpool and Everton, Paul, are like pigeon ducats. Okay. Wacky Angler says it's going to be a 2-1 win for the Toon. Pickford own goals, there would be scenes.
Oh, that would be scenes. There will be scenes.
Luke, how happy would you be if a shot came in from let's say Bruno Guimarães, right, and it hits the post, bounces off just one of them tiny little stumpy arms and goes in the back of the net? I mean, how joyous would you feel?
Well, I'd be over the moon, but I don't think there's much chance of that happening because his arms are so minute. It's got more chance of like hitting his 50 pence head. Do you not think?
True.
Head.
I mean, it's
Jesus
a sizable napper that he's got. Like, that's what
it's a napper.
makes up for
Yeah.
his small arms with his huge head.
He's definitely wearing a nappy under the shorts too.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever you call diapers in England.
Yeah. Julie says, World of Sport, have a watch along on if you can't get to the game. Indeed, they do. Join Baz for that. If you're not going to the game. Louis, are you on that or are you at the game?
I'm at the game.
Okay. Are you going to show some, enthusiasm at the game by any chance? Or do you normally just go in there and go,
Luke,
how
John, who
are
he
the
is?
lads? How are the lads?
Do you know who he is? He's ER from Winnie the Pooh.
It's a sad day.
I can't find Pooh.
Where's
Nobody loves me.
Where's me tail?
My tail has gone. It's gone away for another day. Anyway, CFC Florida, thanks for another $5. Pickford and Raheem Sterling are the two most disturbing players to watch in the Premier League.
Why? Because the way Raheem Sterling runs.
Yeah, probably. I mean, yeah. Plus
He does run like he's
arse
just
out
shot
5
himself,
miles
doesn't he?
as well.
He runs
Yeah,
like he shit himself. Like
he does. He
he
does.
does. I mean, he's a good player, but he runs like he's got a shit in his pants. Absolutely.
Although, just for personal reasons, I do not know what it feels like to shit yourself. So maybe I will in my older years. Susan, get ready.
Couple of years, you mean?
Diapers at the ready?
Hey, Susan's got those man nappies ready for me, baby. Paul Perkins, an Everton fan here. May the best team win, guys. Massive game for both clubs. Paul, I salute you.
And we will
Another
do.
lovely Everton fan. There is
what a
people
gentleman.
out there who support Everton and can be nice.
And where's the John Sinclair? Yay!
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 Right, hang on. I've just had a text message that's thrown me saying, "Hi, it's Barry's dad here. Will I meet you next to the statue?" Baz, is there something you want to tell me if you're watching, matey? Because oh yes, I have John Sinclair's season ticket.
Oh.
Why did he give it to you?
Because he's a knob. I don't know,
Awesome.
because I'm his personal courier for his bloody season ticket.
I've got a hold of those stats if we want them.
Hit me.
One season ticket.
So set piece goals, we are 16th in the Premier League with 6 goals from set pieces.
Yikers.
Oh, actually, no, that's not in numerical order, so I don't know if we're actually 16th. We've scored 6 from set pieces, which doesn't seem too bad. It seems kind of in amongst everybody else's numbers around us. Even mid-table has scored similar. Manchester United with 1 goal from set pieces, the lowest in the league. That's quite funny. We have scored 5 headers this season, so
What about
yeah,
Everton?
not too bad.
We don't care about Everton, Danielle. I mean, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I want to
Everton
know.
have scored 4 from set pieces.
That's what I
We
thought.
don't care about
We've
Man
scored
United
0
either,
goals on
apart
the
from John.
counter attack, which,
Exactly,
considering
Jason.
we've played counter attack the entire season, that's really embarrassing.
Well, I mean, if you want to talk about embarrassing, just look at Dublin Dave. Lee says, Paul, your banter is unreal. It makes me laugh every time. Keep up the good work, and hi, Danielle.
Hi.
Thanks very much, Lee. I'm just an idiot, really.
jealous
We
of
need
me,
a
then.
Louis motivational talk. Absolutely not. We want to stay awake for the rest of the show. Thank you very much. Goals are coming from set pieces. Burn Big Joe Linton and Wood all in the box.
Forgot a
Trips,
comma.
whipping them free kicks and corners in.
All right,
Well.
English teacher.
Why?
Yeah, you're French. Bruno, perfect hat-trick, the 3rd goal, 35-yard screamer. Can you imagine, right? I mean, Danielle, just explain how angry you would be tomorrow if the team sheet comes out and Sean Longstaff is playing and Bruno's on the bench.
Do you know what? I can't explain in words. I could explain in actions, but it would involve rearranging my bedroom in a very fast speed. Yeah, no, that can't happen. That really can't. And if it does, then like
The
I'd have
inflatable
to
dinosaurs will come out.
I'd go into the shop and just pick everything off the rails and throw it all over the floor. Like I'd be so angry. Like I can't.
Just for legal purposes, we do not recommend you walk into shops and throw everything off the shelves, guys. Otherwise, you get arrested and put in prison, and then you drop the soap, and then all hell breaks loose. So please don't do things like that. Danielle is only talking hypothetically.
Yeah, okay, we'll see.
Soap and a rope is what you need.
Why, when I was looking for stats, has Leatherface masks appeared in our chat to the side? Where did what did I miss?
It's what Dublin was wearing.
Dublin had it on. Because he's an idiot. Daniil says, looking forward to seeing Bruno. His influences are Xavi and Iniesta, not bad influences to have. Indeed. I was going to say something about
probably don't get that out on your first date.
No. Well, actually, I probably would if I looked like Dublin, to be fair. I actually think if Bruno is playing, Gale would thrive on his. No, like we're not even going there.
Man.
I'm not having anything saying Gale would thrive, because Gale hasn't thrived since 1952. Right? There is no way. He's done. I'm sorry. Please, let's move on.
But if I get a shell suit and I wear that, I'm just going full Scouse, like.
I mean, you could scare Pickford tomorrow if you get a flight and put that on. That could be fun.
Yeah.
T-Rex suit and a Leatherface mask.
And then after the game, you can get some
one thing that we haven't mentioned, or we might have done if I've missed it, but talking about set pieces and stuff, we're talking about whether Byrne's going to play instead of Lascelles.
Mm-hmm.
If you're talking about set pieces, it mightn't be the worst thing in the world if he doesn't play Byrne, because for as crap as Lascelles is...
I'm sorry. Hang on a second, Luke. You may look like a Scandinavian model with the greatest blonde hair I've ever seen in my life, right? But just listen. And you've got headphones that are whiter than white. So I can't agree. I cannot simply agree.
I hadn't finished my point.
Oh, well, what more do you want to say? You've just... go on.
I was going to say, for Lascelles is a pile of crap, but he is semi-dangerous from set pieces. I think he has scored this season. If for whatever reason he decided to play Lascelles instead of Byrne, or even with Byrne, then he probably would have more of a danger from set pieces. You'd have Wood, you'd have Byrne, Lascelles. That's the only thing he does well. That was the point I was going to make. It wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. I'd rather he didn't play, but if he was going to play and Byrne was in there as well, and Wood, bit of a danger from free kicks, corners, that sort of thing. The bigger lads, get them all in there.
Yeah, for future reference, if you want to do a controversial point, you got to start backwards and work your way. Because if you open with it, Paul you've got to do it the other way around. You've got to do the logic first, because you won't get it out otherwise.
You dive on us, just like strangle the life out of me.
Sorry, as he finished talking, because I shut down halfway through when he said that it might not be a bad thing Lascelles start, and I just shut down.
Well, that's fair enough. That, to be fair, like, I did start it the wrong way around. To be fair, like.
Yeah, do it how Stato does it, because he kind of finishes on a naff thing to say. But
you mentioned Shah not starting there. Can you imagine Shah being on the bench? He would be fuming tomorrow.
Raging. Yeah, I'd be raging for him. But
considering how good he was.
The thing is, I think if Dan Burn starts, Shah will be on the bench.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't. After his Leeds game, he was incredible. He got like his stats were insane.
Oh God,
who's
What is that?
Dublin, turn your vibrator off.
Someone's up to no good, like.
Mine are out of batteries.
He shouldn't be allowed in public. He really shouldn't. Lee says, when I first started watching your show, Paul, there was you and Dave and Danielle. Dave is definitely a miss. Indeed, he is. God rest his soul. But he's with us every day. Samantha says we need all 3 points tomorrow. Indeed, we do. Donny will get heckled all game. Damn right he will.
Not if he's on the bench again.
Well, yeah, but how funny would that be? Donny van der Beek on the bench? Surely not. A very, very strange position for him to start a football match, isn't it? Scott says the groin adductor, brevis longus magnus.
Home Davies will start.
Maximus Decimus Meridius.
Sounds like a Harry Potter spell, doesn't it?
I've never seen Harry Potter. I wouldn't know, Alex. I have a life. You Shelby's head
was
as
a
the
child. I didn't have a choice. Everybody.
Give over with that rubbish.
You're young. You definitely saw that when you were young. There's no way.
I have never watched Harry Potter in my life.
You're only a few years older than me. You were what? Like,
Me neither.
like 10 when it first came out.
Who else hasn't seen Harry Potter?
I haven't seen it. I've seen like half an hour of the first one.
You know,
I've not seen it.
I'm not saying I'm an enthusiast, but I've seen
you've
it.
redeemed yourself.
You're a wizard, Harry.
I'm more of a Star Wars
movie
guy.
podcast as well. Never seen bloody Harry Potter, and I refuse to watch it as well.
I haven't seen that. I haven't seen Lord of the Rings. I just not a chance.
So you don't understand the Shelby references, then, surely?
No, well, I do because I've seen pictures, but I mean, we have a celebrity here because Dublin Dave was in Lord of the Rings.
Good old Gimli.
Yep.
Everton Blues says Everton will win 4-1.
Okay,
I can't see that.
Can I have a smoke of whatever he's been on?
Yes, indeed.
The super glue.
Yeah. I still remember Ketchbaya booting the hoarding after scoring. Surprised he didn't break his foot. That was just incredible. I mean, the guy he was insane. Everton Blues, I'm going to knock you off if you keep saying you're winning 4-1. That's just spamming, mate. You're fair enough if you think you're going to win, but trying to put it
Everton,
like 15 times. I mean,
I
I know you guys have little fingers and can't
spliff.
press buttons properly, but come on!
Everton's going to be packed into a toffee spliff.
They're going to be packed into a Werther's original.
Yeah, indeed. Paul says, I'm in South Africa and it would be out of this world to buy a Newcastle top and not only Arsenal, Man United, Chelsea, only from a Wall's End boy, as top keep hoping missing in the mail. Indeed. No, Julie says, no duplicate comments, please. Thank you very much.
One, Jules.
Brian says, at Danielle, he's gone again. Dumb and Dumber with guests doesn't sound so daft after all. Brian.
I'm saying nothing.
Take your face.
No, I'm not going to, because I like Brian, even though he sends stupid comments like that, and he can be a bit of a knobhead at times. I do love him.
He's not a knobhead.
He's a knobhead for calling me dumb and dumber. Thank you very much.
No, man,
I
Dumb
don't
and
think you're
Dumber
both
was the name of their channel that Lee and Thingy were going to make. Lee and
No,
Brian
he's
were going to make.
putting a point at me. He's
What
telling
is
me,
that?
who is vibrating like a ruler?
Who is it?
Has
Leave
someone
the
got a
likes and find
fan on?
out.
I've got no
Has
one.
anybody got a fan on?
I normally do. Mine's not even on today. It's not me. Mine's off.
Not me.
Somebody's got a fan on. I'm telling you. Ryan, it's
Is
your
it you, Ryan?
stupid
Me,
basement
man.
again.
I'm hearing it.
Jesus Christ. Oh, God almighty. She said, Roshi says, wrap his toe in a football boot. Get on with it. Exactly. No need to save Dan Burn. He hasn't played for 2 weeks. Mind games from Eddie Howe. Why not? It worked for Fergie. Indeed. Jason says Everton to win 3-1. Lewin, Richarlison, and Deli to kiss my ass.
Oh, Deli Ali, shut up, man.
I'm not having that.
Calvert-Lewin's going to play.
You'd have to give a shit to score a goal, wouldn't he? And Deli Ali clearly doesn't.
Well, if Deli Ali scores tomorrow, right, I will go to South Shields Beach. I will dunk my ass in the sea and wait for a jellyfish to sting the twat. Wacky says Burn is a northeast lad, so he will be a tough cookie. He won't let the toe injury bother him too much. Matthew says I expect Bruno to be good, but he's not going to score bags of goals. Matthew, have you got a crystal ball that you can look into and see forward? Because how do you know? That ruler's doing my head in, by the way.
It's doing mine in as well.
It sounds like a laptop fan.
Yeah.
Yeah, it possibly is. It's probably Proudlocks. He's got everything else that makes a noise.
It's definitely not me this time.
Get back to your setup, Peter.
Just mute for a second.
No, bro. No, you see, Dublin Dave, if I put you on mute, I won't unmute you. So I'm just leaving you on.
No, well, I mean, mute Pete for a second and see if it's him.
It is.
It's Kraft in the background.
Peter, what's going on with your equipment, man?
Wow, I haven't heard that joke
idea.
before. I haven't heard that joke before.
Yeah. That was a funny one.
What a slur, Paul. They don't need to be from Brazil. Paul Bradbury says, I can see us creating more chances with through balls, but the forwards are going to have to be on their toes. Pace is needed to support Chris Wood. That's where, Jason, I think the game is going to be won and lost with pace.
It is. I don't see Wood being a very pacey person. He needs to be fed in order to score. I've said a number of times I don't really agree with the Wood deal. I don't think he's the one that's going to keep us up. I see him as a championship purchase.
I didn't.
You're very negative, man.
Signing of Dan Burn.
Dan Burn, you said Wood.
I mean, that's who I'm. It's because Dublin interrupted me. Shut up, you bloody hairy bastard!
Stop blaming me for everything. Like.
He's never said a word.
Jason, I didn't know that you weren't happy with the signing of Chris Wood.
I don't like the deal. I really don't like the deal. In my opinion, I think he was a panic buy in order to bring a striker to the club as soon as possible because of Wilson being out. Yeah, I see him as being a championship purchase in case we were to go down because he would be the ideal man to take us straight back up. Burnley played to his strengths. That's why he was getting 10 plus goals a season. I don't see us playing to his strengths in our team, especially when you've got a ball hogger like ASM. He's not going to feed him the ball. He needs to be fed the ball in order to score.
Yep.
I really don't rate the deal, and I definitely don't rate him at being 25 mil. I really don't like him.
Well, I'm yet to be sold on him.
He wasn't brought in to be the man, though. In his defence, he was brought in to be the replacement for Andy Carroll in terms of a target man in the squad. And the expectation was they were going to bring in another striker as well. And it unfortunately just didn't happen. I don't think he was brought in to be the man. We didn't have a target man anymore because we lost Carroll.
Alex, I really do love you, man, right? But seriously, when he's the only striker, he's there to be the man.
Well, he is now,
he
yeah.
not?
On the original sign, when the day he signed, that probably wasn't the plan. They were thinking of getting more people in, hence the Ekiteki deal that never happened.
Ekiteki?
Ekiteki. I'm saying it like you guys now. I can't stop.
Ekiteki.
Yeah, but now he's got to be the man. Yeah, for sure. He's got to step up because there's no other choice. So yeah, Wood, you're the man. Come on, score some goals, please.
I mean, you'll be like.
He's 1-3 man though, wouldn't he? So he's going to score against Everton.
Well, you would hope so. If he's a 1-3 man, then fair enough.
I mean, he's 3 goals in 10 career appearances against Everton. So fingers crossed he can put another one.
1 in 3.33 reoccurrence. So happy days.
Oh, exactly. You start being bloody
on the 33rd minute, he's going to notch. There's me bet sorted. Get in.
Why do I think they're all just trying to get me to say 33 and a third?
Catch a trade a turd.
Pretty tree in a turd.
One big conspiracy just against you, mate.
Then go and have some Paul says Woody's going to stand up and be counted tomorrow. 2 goals from him. Lucas says, I reckon a 3-1 win. Dylan says, I think 2-0 Newcastle. Dan Burn to score from a set piece if he's playing. Yeah, if he can get off his bad toe. Jerry says, is Dan Burn available or injured? Lascelles versus Richarlison doesn't sound good. Luke, seeing as you remember the only member of the Jamal Lascelles fan club, tell us how he would cope against Richarlison tomorrow night.
It would involve many swear words, I think.
Indeed.
And his arsehole being ripped a new one. I don't know. I mean, he'd be.
I know he was warned.
I think that. Sorry, Dub.
I was warned about bad language, and then no.
Oh no, and I just probably
Listen,
that's probably put both feet right in it. That one, like I.
Yeah.
Luke, just don't listen to the hairy hobbit because he tries to interrupt everybody.
I didn't.
Just continue with your point.
I think. Well, I mean, it stands to reason that I don't think he would cope very well with him. If Howe decides to play him, then we're just going to hope that he does all right. I don't know who he's going to play with if Lascelles does play. There's the sound again, like. I mean, maybe I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how else to say it, but he'll probably get destroyed off Richarlison. That's why I'm hoping he doesn't play. But if the ball's up their end and we have a set piece, he might do all right. That was the only kind of point I was clutching at. There was straw that I was clutching at.
Well, fair enough. Mark says Wood keeps defenders occupied, allowing others more space. Okay. Stephen says, can anyone tell me why Liverpool keeper got a red card yesterday? Did he? Or he didn't get a red? He should have got a red. I agree. But it's Liverpool.
He should have been. Alisson should have been sent off twice on international duty as well. I don't know what's going on with Liverpool keepers, but they're immune to cards somehow.
Yeah, but hence why Liverpool are called Liverpool. Liverpool.
He literally ninja kicked somebody, and they went, "Nah, it was fine. wasn't aggressive. It's cool. Don't worry. Not even a yellow. It was ridiculous."
Definitely. Right. CFC Florida, thank you for another $5 super chat. In fairness, ESM was far less selfish than usual in the second half against Leeds.
It's being ingrained in him, hopefully, as time goes on.
Yeah. Danglin Dave says, I've been watching Newcastle fans TV for a while, but I'm buzzing. I stumbled over your channel, Paul. The banter's brilliant. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Irish Toon Army says, I think Lascelles will pull his sock. Pull up his sock.
Just the one. Just the one.
Just the one, because he kicks with one bloody foot. He's got no...
We're Irish. We only have one sock.
Indeed. Tangy says, Richarlison gets frustrated very easy from what I've seen of him at Everton. Bruno and Joe Linton will control the midfield and Richarlison will not get much service. Well, I hope so.
It's him pressuring Lascelles that's the scary thing, though, not the midfield.
Mm-hmm.
He does 20 pressures per game. He's a very energetic, strong striker. He was amazing against Brentford as well. So if he does slip through the cracks through the midfield and he's looking at Lascelles, that's the concern. I don't mind if he's got to go past Joe or Bruno. That's not a problem. It's Lascelles.
Yeah, definitely. Right. Dublin Dave is off into the penalty box.
Why the hell did you say meow in chat?
Exactly. He's putting me off. Stu says, get pre-Jurassic Park theme tune for show music trending on Twitter. Pickford will be super depressed. Yeah, he will be. We'll see a better ASM with better players behind him and alongside him. Brian, do you subscribe to that?
Yes.
Right.
I think also part of the problem was, we weren't getting enough players forward. If you look at the second half of the Leeds match, when Willock was actually pushing up, Fraser was up there, and he was passing the ball more. Mm-hmm. Hopefully that all has to do with some training. Hopefully Howe has talked to him, and I actually would like to see Willock Willock this week more in a number 10 role and put Shelby on the bench.
Yeah. Interesting. Morgul says, if Target, Burn, and Trips start between the three of them, they can scream at Lascelles whole game and actually get him in position. Who did we lose there?
Luke, I think it was.
Simon Kier.
Who?
Was it Luke?
Oh, Luke's gone. Yeah.
Luke.
Blakey says, hope that Mackham scum gets plenty of abuse tomorrow night. Sean says, True cares more about looks and fame. Glad we didn't get him gutted on Lingard, though. 60th minute TikTok dance off between ASM and Ali. Who will win?
God.
Oh, God.
Listen, just play Thriller by Michael Jackson. You'll see who wins the fecker. I'm telling you. There's only one winner when it comes to doing step overs to Michael Jackson. Anyway, we have come to the end of the show, which means it is time for the predictions. And we start with Dublin Dave.
Oh, I'm back. All right, cool.
You knew you were back.
He's not even watching, man. He's too busy on the hub.
You have to keep the subscribers happy, you know?
Exactly. I really, really, really won't sleep tonight now, but never mind.
Yeah, because if you're trying to find it.
No, I fucking won't. There's not a chance of that, matey. Listen, I'd rather kiss a fish, to be honest, than sort of look for you on the hub. Not that I know what the hub is anyway. Right, come on.
3-1 Newcastle.
Who's going to score?
I want Joe Linton, Shelby, and Wood.
Joe Linton, Shelby, and Wood. I hope you're right, matey. Right, we'll see you on next week's forum, buddy. You take care over there.
No worries, mate. No worries.
See you soon, bud.
Best of luck.
I love him, really. He's a good guy, he's Dublin Dave. He's good crack. Right, Peter.
2-1 Newcastle.
And who's going to score?
I'm going to say Wood will get his first one.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go for Fraser.
Bloody hell. I hope you're right, matey. Right,
maybe that goal in the friendly game could do
exactly. It could be the just the kickstart he needs. But right, I'll see you before the game tomorrow, matey.
Yep, catch you outside the ground tomorrow.
But please don't bring your sex toys onto the fan forum ever again, Peter, please. I'll see you tomorrow, mate.
See ya.
Take care. Ryan.
2-0 Newcastle.
Yes. And who's going to score?
Wood and St. Maximin.
Everyone's going for Chris Wood to score, which means that he's obviously not going to now. But never mind. I hope you're right, Ryan. I'll speak to you next week, buddy.
Yep. See you later.
Take care. Jason.
I'm going to go for 3-1. 3-1 win.
Yes, I like it.
Yes, Jason.
And who's going to score?
I'm going to say Dan Burner get 1 and then Bruno get 2.
Wow.
Ooh.
That'll be some start if Bruno gets 2 tomorrow, my man. I'll tell you what. St. James's will be rocking without a shadow of a doubt.
It will be. We're winning. Don't worry about that.
I hope you're right, matey. Right. Well, you take care, mate, and get yourself on the next one.
Yep, you too.
Take care, buddy.
See ya.
Right. Brian.
2-1 Newcastle.
Yes. And who's going to score?
Wood and Willock.
Wow. Wood and Willock.
Where's Willock?
Interesting.
I mean, if Willock scores, I'll probably have Wood. But you know what I mean? I can't see it happening, though. But listen, I hope you're right, Brian. Thanks for coming on, matey, and you take care out there.
That 30 minutes against Leeds has really convinced a lot of people somehow.
I listen, he's getting a lot of support. Right, Louis, it's time for you to give us your absolute most enthusiastic score. What's the score going to be, Louis?
3-0 Newcastle.
Wow. Jeez. And who's going to score?
ASM, Fraser, and Joe Linton with an assist from Bruno.
I like it. I like it very much. Right. Thanks for coming on, Louis.
No
Bye,
problem.
Louis.
Say hello if you see us at the game.
I'll try and find this.
Oh, it's all right, mate. He would just stand next to the club shop every frigging game, and you said every game. I'll come and say hello, and you never pig and do. But you know,
I'll try. I'm just okay.
How can you try? You just have to walk to the Jackie Milburn stand. It's not difficult.
I
Louis.
know. Okay. Right, okay.
And why is your chair pink?
Maybe with chairs, it just goes different colours.
Oh, look at you posh kid. But why? Oh, never mind. Anyway, I'll see you soon,
Right.
matey. Take care.
Aye, take care.
So there you go. That is the fan forum over for another week. Guys, we give our prediction, obviously, on the preview show last night. So do you want to remind everyone what you said, Alex?
I went for 2-1, similar to a lot of people actually have gone for 2-1s. But my goal scorers are Maxi and Fraser.
Yeah.
I think Fraser's definitely due one.
You'd
And
hope
I think Richarlison will get one for them. I think it'll be a 2-1 and it'll be another nervy finish.
I bloody hope not. Danielle?
3-0.
Yes.
Maxi and Big Joe.
And I've gone 3-1, but I can't remember who was going to score.
Didn't you say Wood was going to score 2?
I think I did, didn't I?
I think so.
Yes, Wood is going to
Pickford for a
score 2
hat-trick going
tomorrow.
goals.
I think Bruno, sure, we'll see. But anyway, guys, thank you very, very much for watching tonight's show. If you have enjoyed it, please don't forget to hit that like button. We do try and make it a bit of banter instead of all serious stuff all the time. And I hope you enjoyed it and had a good laugh with us tonight. So please do consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you very much in advance for that. We are heading towards 9,000 and then onwards and upwards to the 10K. Louis, thanks for the £5 super chat. Get some lights for your chair. Thanks, buddy. I will do that. So if you could, don't mind subscribing if you haven't already. A lot of people do come back and watch the shows and live shows and not subscribed. It is free to do. So please do hit the subscribe button. You can also become a member of the Toon Review as well by hitting the join button or the link in the description below. We are going to be doing some member giveaways very shortly. So make sure you signed up to the membership for that. And finally, a massive shout out to the show sponsors, Geordie Riffs, professional guitar repairs and service, and based here in the good old northeast of England. Give Graham and Natalie a shout. They're offering 10% off your first repair, 10% off your first setup, or your first guitar lesson completely free of charge. If you say the Toon Review sent you. So thank you for Geordie Riffs for the continued support of the channel. You can find the link to their website down below in the description and on Facebook and Twitter as well. Guys, it's been a pleasure. We'll be back live on Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Where we will be reviewing the fantastic victory over Everton tomorrow night at St. James's Park. If we don't win, I'll be in a very bad mood. I will be doing an instant reaction video after the game as well, so that could be very expletive. So if you have young ones and we lose, don't let them watch it. But we will catch you on Wednesday night at 9 p.m., which I'm sure is going to be a fantastic match review in which we are celebrating 3 wonderful points. Guys, thank you for joining the fan forum tonight. Thanks, Danielle. Thanks to Alex. And we will see you Thursday night with another live show. In the meantime, take care, guys, and enjoy the match if you're going.